that kind of fighter. I'm going to be putting pressure on you even when you're not punching. So it'll be interesting to see how he deals.
He's lost to guys who are smaller than him. I think it's his, it's his weakness. It's his kryptonite is the faster guys who don't get hit by his big punches.
What is it about this version of Joshua that you feel you can exploit? And what kind of interests you the most about this version of Joshua?
I mean, he's an amazing fighter, one of the best heavyweights ever. I just think with speed and footwork and being in a rhythm, I don't think he can handle that. He doesn't like that because he is a little bit stiff. He does rely on his power. Obviously, you get hit by one of his shots, you're cooked. But I believe.
This is all the guys that supported that. Once again, that this is TBB. I look at this shit like a ETC. Down in speed.
Anthony Joshua completely embarrassed Jake Paul during their heated Instagram live exchange. Joshua spoke with a kind of calm, unshakable confidence that only a man who already knows the ending of a story can have. His tone alone made Jake look out of his depth. AJ sounded like someone preparing not just to win, but to outclass, outthink, and overpower Jake from the very first second of the fight.
And heavy punches, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to expose him to certain tricks in boxing that he may not have seen yet, and I'm going to bring him to another school of boxing that I don't think he's been exposed to yet.
AJ's words hit with the force of a sledgehammer. There was no uncertainty, no hesitation, no hint of giving Jake Paul any wiggle room. He made it clear that this showdown won't involve guessing games or second chances. Joshua was sending a message with every syllable that his experience, power, and composure are about to collide with Jake in a way that only leads to one realistic outcome. It felt less like trash talk and more like a warning delivered by a man who fully understands the levels between them.
Is it a win for you if you just beat him, or do you need to knock him out?
I need to knock him out.
Oh.
Jake Paul loves to talk like he's playing four-dimensional chess, but Anthony Joshua is operating on a completely different level. Those sneaky shots and bits of body work Jake brags about are minor moves in a game he hasn't mastered. AJ's calm focus, surgical accuracy, and heavyweight power make one thing obvious. Any flashy tricks Jake tries are unlikely to make a dent against someone who has lived at the elite level for years.
Sneaky knockout punches coming. Lots of great work to the body. People underestimate my...
Eddie Hearn's no-nonsense takes slices straight through the noise surrounding Jake Paul. He doesn't sugarcoat a thing. To him, this matchup is dangerously close to a mismatch. Jake's confidence runs headfirst into the undeniable truth of Joshua's pedigree, strength, and championship-level experience. From Hearn's viewpoint, this isn't just a tough test, it's a full-force storm, and anyone stepping in with AJ should be prepared to get swept away.
I think he's got absolutely no chance. I think he's going to get smashed to pieces.
Frank Warren breaks it down with the clarity of a veteran of the sport. He highlights how Joshua's accomplishments, physical advantages, and years of top-level ring experience stand miles above what Jake Paul has ever faced. This isn't just another heavyweight matchup. It's a reminder of how skill, seasoning, and true championship pedigree usually overshadow pure ambition. For Jake Paul, the challenge ahead looks less like a fight and more like a mountain with no easy path to the top.
AJ's a big favourite. Yeah. For obvious reasons. I mean, I've just said double world champion, Olympian, Olympic gold medalist. He's a natural heavyweight. He's fighting somebody who at the end of the day has had 12 fights, no amateur fights that I'm aware of, and he's a cruiserweight. He's come up to cruiserweight. So it's a tough.
Dave Allen lays out the reality with no sugarcoating. Jake Paul is nowhere near Anthony Joshua when it comes to true heavyweight size and physicality. This is a small difference. It's a foundational mismatch that could determine everything. The tempo, the power exchanges, and who controls the ring.
Joshua is Anthony Joshua. He's multiple-time champion, Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? The last time somebody stepped in the ring with him that didn't have that much boxing experience was Ngannou, and you've seen what happened to him.
I'm not sure, really. Jake Paul's a cruiserweight, isn't he? Not even that. They won't be anywhere near as big as partner of mine.
McKenzie emphasizes a detail that could become a major factor. With Anthony Joshua absorbing knowledge from Alexander Usyk's camp, his already polished skill set may level up even further. Any boost in technique, timing, or ring intelligence would push the gap even wider. making Jake Paul's uphill battle feel almost impossible and transforming the matchup from a bold experiment into a technical dismantling.
He's training with the Music Camp now?
Yeah, he's training with the
If he's training with the Music Camp and there's a marked improvement on his performance, he can quite easily clean up again.
Listen,
Carl Frock underscores Joshua's unshakable confidence. For AJ, this matchup is part business, part spectacle, and part demonstration of pure dominance. He views it as another day at the office, a controlled opportunity to remind the world exactly who he is. For Jake Paul, however, this isn't merely another fight. It's a high-stakes test against a veteran with precision, discipline, and proven knockout power. A trial that could expose every gap in his game.
Anthony Joshua said, Jake or anyone can get this work, no mercy. I took some time out, I'm coming back with a mega show. It's a big opportunity for me, whether you like it or not. I'm here to do massive numbers, have big fights and break every record whilst keeping cool, calm and collected. So chill in it. I mean, come on, he's jumping in with fake Paul, who has no experience and no fights and no world ranking at heavyweight. Easy work.
Who's 18 stone plus against a much smaller guy who really, he's not, you know, he hasn't earned the right, I don't believe, to fight Anthony Joshua. It's not like he's beaten, 4 or 5, top line heavyweights, other heavyweights.
Ben Davison brings forward a harsh reminder about the stakes involved. Jake Paul is stepping into territory where one mistake can change everything. While many still view him as an internet-built boxer, Davison stresses that Paul's power, size, and unpredictable timing make him far more dangerous than casual fans realize. This isn't show business, it's real, unforgiving combat. And when you put someone with Paul's raw physical tools in front of a polished, battle-tested champion like Anthony Joshua, the margins for error disappear. Davison's perspective highlights just how volatile this matchup truly is, and why facing an elite heavyweight could expose Paul to the full brutality of top-tier boxing.
Dangerous in the sense of for the health of Jake, would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, this is a sport that we love, and I think we need to protect that.
Mm.
And he's one of the most dangerous guys in the world to go step in a ring with. Like, you saw that with Ngannou, who was a seasoned, one of the most durable men on the planet in one of the toughest sports in combat.
Sir Oliver lays it out with brutal clarity. For Jake Paul, stepping in against Anthony Joshua isn't just another fight. It's entering a completely different battlefield. Oliver reminds everyone that Joshua has a history of dismantling crossover athletes, exposing weaknesses within just a few rounds. When the speed, timing, and pressure of an elite heavyweight hit you all at once, the gaps become impossible to hide.
Jake Paul, that's all I can say. We saw that what Anthony Joshua had done to Francis Ngannou. He went out there and iced him in a couple of rounds. A guy coming from a different discipline. Well, this kid's coming from another level. White collar boxing in 2018, gone through the mill, and the only boxer really that he's actually boxed, a legitimate boxer he got beat by, and that was in Tommy.
Derek Chisora lays it out without sugarcoating a thing. This fight cannot linger. Anthony Joshua's power and ability to finish are brutally clear. The longer Jake Paul remains in the ring, the more he risks serious damage. Chisora draws a comparison to Joshua's dominant performance against Francis Ngannou, showing just how quickly and decisively AJ can impose his will. For Paul, the challenge isn't just about endurance. It's about survival against relentless precision and devastating, heavy-hitting power. If Joshua approaches this bout like he did against Ngannou, there's almost no scenario where Paul walks away unscathed. The stakes are enormous, and the ring will expose every flaw in his game.
I told Anthony, I already messaged Anthony as I listen. I tell you what, I said to AJ, if this goes past 5 rounds, everybody's gonna be having a go at you, because you can't go past 5 rounds with this kid. It has to go past 1 round or 2 rounds. Past beyond 4 or 5 rounds, people are gonna be doubting you as a fighter himself. So he has to smoke him out like what he did Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia.
Johnny Nelson doesn't mince words when analyzing the massive gap between these two fighters. At best, Jake Paul is a domestic-level competitor. a name that generates clicks and hype, but largely untested against the caliber of a true heavyweight champion. Placing him in the ring with Anthony Joshua, a two-time world champion with Olympic pedigree and years of elite experience, almost feels surreal. The size difference alone is staggering. With AJ tipping the scales around 245 pounds, Paul is at a major disadvantage in power, reach, and natural physicality. Joshua has faced the very best heavyweights and repeatedly demonstrated how to dominate the ring using both technique and raw strength. Paul, by contrast, lacks a traditional amateur foundation and deep experience at this level. Nelson's message is unmistakable. This isn't just a fight. It's a stark exhibition of a mismatch, and Paul will have to navigate a world far beyond anything he's ever faced.
Jake Paul, absolutely crazy. Jake Paul is a domestic level professional fighter here in the UK. Would he win a British title? No, I don't think so. So now they're putting this domestic level fighter in with a former heavyweight two-time champion of the world. The weight is 245. So I think last time Anthony Joshua weighed around that, it was when
Paul is going to win this fight by knockout. You would think I'm absolutely crazy, right? But the thing is, it can happen. 10-ounce gloves, heavyweight, Jake Paul can punch hard. But do I think that's going to happen? Absolutely not, mate. Anthony Joshua is an absolute beast, an unbelievable, highly skilled, highly trained, highly experienced professional boxer with power in both hands, and he's really good at